Okay. So is it on? Yeah. So here I am in the support group with Source franchisees. Peter is our support worker here. He came to Liverpool for the
Support worker, I like that. Show me on this bear where he touched you.
And we're up here there's 5 of us in the room, and we are basically going over our strategy and what's stopping us from moving forward. So what I've taken away from this is that we are basically running a part-time lettings agency, and we're finding that queries are coming in, relationships are being managed, and we basically want somebody to handle that for us. So we're looking for, if I'm right in anything, anybody that could just follow a system, talk to people, basically communicate with people, and we're looking basically for somebody who might want to work from home part-time, and then finalise how much they get paid per hour or whatever, yeah? So we're looking for like an assistant, yeah? And then apart from that person who could probably almost like deal with some of the high-level queries and stuff, we might be looking for a trainee who wants to learn how to analyse deals, how to find deals and things like that. Would that person typically be paid per deal, or you could get them starting off on almost like results only, but then hopefully move them into a paid capacity? Yeah. And then separately to that, we might be looking at somebody who might just be a manager, a part-time manager, who would manage various aspects for us, yeah? So in terms of finding that manager, I was going to go on Nextdoor Nelson, Nextdoor, put adverts out, Facebook. Is it something that you would advertise on LinkedIn?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, the higher caliber or the people that you want to have a little bit of experience, I find LinkedIn's been brilliant.
Right.
Some people that have applied to my commission-only jobs have been quite experienced.
So you're having a lot of luck with commission-only jobs advertising on LinkedIn?
56 so far.
56
applicants, yeah.
And Pete, you said something like you'd get somebody who might be like suit person at home with children.
Yeah.
That wouldn't necessarily be LinkedIn. That might just be Indeed. You found
Indeed for lower quality candidates.
And but you never just put it out there in Facebook groups.
Never.
Is it because you just get too many inquiries?
I don't want somebody who spends all the time on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Indeed for the lower quality candidates, yeah. And Jana, were you saying that you basically want all of the queries and all of that handled? And you were saying even if we did have somebody, have we got the systems? So what kind of systems do we need for people handling maintenance? I know Pete used Asana to quite good effect. So everybody who's doing your maintenance work will have to learn how to use Asana.
Well, you download an app and you get instructions through the app and you tick a button when you're done. That's all the training. If you use a 5-minute conversation when you next come in your office to collect your invoice.
You mean when they come in for the first time, you can then say, by the way, this is the app that we use?
This is how we'll do it, or the guys you're already using.
Okay, good. So assuming that gets out of the way, we're then we're currently still looking for deals to make sure they stack up. Have you got people that analyse deals for you?
That's what I want them to do. So the guys that I'm hiring, that's why I went through LinkedIn, because I want them to crunch the numbers as well. So I'll teach them the system, how to do it, and then I'll get them to do it.
Because Guy Simba's got somebody crunching numbers for him.
Right.
And he said that is a great help to have that.
Yeah. It does take time, so it's worth it.
So it's just a bit of an upfront investment in training and time.
Yeah. And the only thing that I want to keep hold of is speaking to the investors. So I don't want them to be speaking to the investors. I want them to do all that kind of work, and then on the back end, I'll speak to the investors and sell the deal. Right. That's how I'd like to set up. Yeah.
So am I right in thinking that if we've got the CRM system and the Escudo bit qualifies all the leads, that it's better to use that than it is any type of Rightmove Zoopla because they would come in through the same system? But
I think that's where Escudo gets most of the deals from, isn't it?
Gets all on the market, so that you don't have to troll through all of those. You've got everything that's analysed and works well in one place to go to it. So you get the staff member trained up on going into there and dealing with it.
So I signed onto the CRM yesterday, and I had 4 pages with Escudo leads. So it's plenty for someone to be getting on with.
And was that only the 4 pages in your area?
No, so it was anyone from any deals from any area, because it's got that round robin system where it's just going to go around the franchisees. So and it's free for all, as far as I understand. So
Right.
Does it mean that the leads we get in, 10 people at the same time can be finding out if it's a good deal? Or not?
No, only one person gets it, you don't deal with it within 48 hours, it moves on to the
Right.
next franchisee.
which is pretty good because essentially you can trade in someone's area without having to essentially have that conversation, as far as I'm aware, just for those specific leads. So it's kind of, it's your lead until you don't do anything with it, as far as I've understood it.
Okay, so are we clear that for the next 5-7 days we're looking for these kind of people, we're advertising, we're developing the systems?
Well, I already found one person actually on your TaskRabbit. I was advertising a DIY man, you know,
Right.
for little jobs, and then I
Yeah.
find out, read their profile,
Yeah.
and then you find out, oh, he's done project management, you know, he used to do work for a letting agency. And then once you get to know him, or after you get to trial him out, then you can maybe approach him and just move him onto different jobs. But I think there are some great people that you can,
TaskRabbit.
yeah, on TaskRabbit. But sometimes they don't have the people available.
Right.
But you have to keep looking. Sometimes there are different people popping up. So I was like struggling to find a DIY man last minute. And then I tried it again a few days later, and then there's different people that signed up for it popped up. Which
It might be